That's awful. Okay.
You can transform your putting from bad to better to great in just one round.
It's got a shot. That has a shot.
And we'll show you a real life example at the end of this video to prove it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If you played golf for longer than 10 minutes, you've had that feeling that you were never going to make a putt again. It's the worst feeling in the world. We all hate 3-putts, but they happen. Scratch golfers do it once every couple of rounds. If you're a 25 handicapper, you might do it 2 or 3 times a round. So let's figure out a way to save you 2 strokes a round, and we'll do it by focusing on the most important element of putting, speed.
The pros are really good speed putters. If you watch them every week on TV, you're gonna see guys tapping in putts from outside of 20 to 25 feet all day. They pay attention to the speed first, where they want the ball to end up, which leads to efficient scoring.
The good news for us, there's a 3-step framework to make sure that 3-putting becomes a memory for you. And we'll show it to you, not just with Andy's demonstrations, but here on the golf course at Olympic Club. So the first step in all of this is to make sure that you know your target. And that's not necessarily the hole, but a circle around the hole where you're gonna feel comfortable that if it doesn't go down, you're gonna have a tap in. Number 2, you need to identify the spot at which the putt begins to slow down. If you do that, then your speed will be tight. And finally, you determine the line at which you'll be able to accomplish those first 2 things. Speed first, line second, 3 steps, you're in the mix.
What most amateurs are gonna look to do is make the putt. And so they're gonna be looking at the hole, they're gonna read the putt and see it's downhill, but their last look is gonna be the hole. But a lot of times, you don't have to hit a bad putt goes by 6 or 7 feet, that's gonna be a tough one to come back to and make. What we wanna do is make sure that we're efficient. Outside of really 7 or 8 feet, we shouldn't be expecting to really make much. What we wanna do is cozy this down there. If it happens to fall in with good pace, then we kind of get one on the field. What I'm looking at is on a putt like this, I'm looking is where does my ball need to be going slow? If my ball is going really slow here, with this being a downhill putt, it's gonna end up somewhere around 2 or 3 feet from the hole. So before I putt, I am not looking at the hole, I'm looking at my spot where I need this ball to start slowing down.
But can this work for a struggling putter on a top 50 golf course? You'll be able to see the results in a moment, but you can watch the process in an actual round right now to help your game immediately.
All right, 2% slope working down and away from me. Man, it's like 3 cups out. It's gonna snap.
First thing is, where do we want this ball to end up?
It's gonna snap right to left, and it's probably a 70% putt.
If I pick that high side, remember, always want to favor the high side on putts outside of 10 feet. Get that high side putt, have it dying just short, and this ball will creep up to the hole. Sometimes it's gonna go in.
So, I mean, that's a little bit longer than I want it to be, but yeah. So I've got about 35 feet, 36 feet.
Number 2 is, where does the ball need to be slowing down to get to that spot?
So because it's working downhill, it's left to right, I think my spot is here. So maybe about 4 feet short and then let it roll out.
But at some point, this ball needs to slow down when it gets close to the hole to widen the circumference of the hole with a dive speed, but 2, to get the ball where we can kind of clean it up within tap-in range, which I would say is 1.5 to 2 feet.
I mean, it's easy 3.
I'm a spot putter, so I like to pick my intended spot by covering the club and the ball. I step in, I'm looking at that spot as I make my strokes. Getting to the spot where it's going to be slowing down. Just missed. Ended right in our tap in spot. We're about 7 to 8 inches from the hole. I can clean that up, and now we're efficient with our scoring. We're efficient with our putting, and that is the key to playing good golf.
This thing is going left. Okay. So
3 is where is our intended starting line that can get to ball to that spot to slow down so it can end up in the area that we want it.
all right, so this is sneaking left. It's way downhill. Even on a 10-footer, I gotta try to let it slow down about 3 feet in front. Okay.
1, where do we want our ball to end up? 2, where does the ball need to start slowing down so it can get to that point? And 3, what is our intended starting line?
Work the framework because it works. Focus on that spot where the putt begins to slow down, because that's the point that most amateurs miss. And go ahead and tell us in the comments how this framework has worked for you. And of course, as always, go ahead and look at this next video as we give you more of the cheat code.